ones and twos in the West, also with a big battle. The Thunder and the Rockets. Man, this Houston Rockets team is something else. They beat them. They're a half game now out of West. The 119-116 was your final. Van Vliet with 38. Şengün finished with 20, 14, and 9. SGA had 32 points. They are so hot right now, this Rockets team. And why is what I want to know, Chandler.
You know what? First of all, they play on both sides of the ball. They're so balanced. They have no 20-point scorers, but they have 3 or 4 guys that can go get you 30, 40 any given night. Fred's been great. Şengün is a big that we always talk about compared to Jokic. He's one of those guys you can play through him. You can put the ball on the block to him. He creates, so much attention in double teams. Jalen Green's this explosive scorer. So this team is for real. And again, they are deep. Guys like Dillon Brooks, he's just playing right now. You don't see all the drama until the end of
the end of this one.
He defends. He knows his role. Udoka, again, he's went from a known coach to now I think he's like the most underrated coach. Players love playing for him. So this is just a super balanced offense, and they defend, and they have a little bit of everything. They have great guard play. They're deep. They are one of the deepest teams. They're almost so deep where they have good players that need to get traded just because they need opportunity elsewhere.
Surplus.
But this is crazy. This is a surprise to me, though. Just like I was surprised at the Warriors, I'm more so surprised at them. You told me 25, 30 games into the season, the Houston Rockets would be the 2 seed. I wouldn't have bought that a month ago.
So can we buy them as a top 4? Are we doing this? We can, right?
Yeah, you know what? Because I'm looking at the standings here, and I can't find an angle to say no.
I can. The Mavs, the Nuggets, the Suns, the Grizzlies, the Timberwolves, they're all going to figure it out, I think, eventually. This team is red hot. You know what else is good?
But 4? They can do 4.
4?
Last year.
That'd be a huge success if they finished
Warriors
the top 4.
But check this out. Last year, we spent so much time talking about young teams establishing themselves and making a run for it. Houston has something to say. Another team that we're not talking about, Memphis is back healthy with Ja Morant.
I like Memphis more than Houston.
So now these young teams that were on the cusp, that dealt with a lot of adversity last year, that laid eggs in the Memphises and the Houston Rockets, they're back in the conversation. Ime Udoka, he was one of the top coaches before he had whatever happened to him in Boston and landed him down in Houston.
Whatever happened.
Now he's back at the helm of this basketball team, and they're playing like one of the top 4 teams. I can't fight it.
They're 15-6. It's 21 games.
Okay, are we doing
They're
math?
15-6. That's 21 games. You know what else are great? Jalen Green, he's played 21 games. Şengün, 21 games. Dillon Brooks, 21 games.
So you're saying people are going to miss things?
They are healthy.
Okay.
That is huge. They are healthy. They have the continuity. They have balance. This team is good. No doubt in my mind. I just think the West is so stacked. Like, there's so many teams. Like Minnesota right now still scares me more than Houston because I think there's time for them to figure out. But listen, Memphis, I love Memphis. They're healthy this year. Ja Morant back. Clippers, Lakers, like there's so many good teams. It's just hard to put a number.
Spurs are 11-9.
Spurs are right there.
Yeah,
Michelle.
thank you.
I just don't want to do the same thing that we did last year. I don't want us to go.
So you're buying? They're a top 4 team and come June.
Okay, top 6. I'll do
healthy.
6.
And listen, that's the catalyst to any of these teams being good is being healthy. So at this point in December, I'm sorry, this is a healthy basketball team, and they're playing like
the healthiest.
And also they don't have a lot of adversity hanging over their heads. These guys are paid. Their coaches is locked in. Their roster is locked in. They understand moving forward, this is who we are. We are the Houston Rockets. Nobody's coming to save us. Nothing is getting added. Nobody's getting taken away. We're stable.
Yeah.
We have stability. That's a great way to thank you, Beadle. They have the stability that's needed to be a top 4 team. Some of these other teams haven't established that yet, so I'm buying.
They're a dynamic team.
When are you anti-Houston? I don't
know. No,
I'm
not. I love Houston.
I just anti-Houston when I like Houston.
I just think the West is really, really good. But listen, this team's they're the second-ranked defense too in the NBA. So even when they don't get 30, 35 points from their stars, they still can win games. So I do like that. But I just think the West is really, really deep. We'll see. To me, if I had to bet right now,
the West is banged up.
Are they going to finish
the
the
Rockets
top?
Are not.
Are the what's today?
Second.
The West is banged up.
I don't think the Houston Rockets finish top 4 seed.
How about top 6? Top 6?
Now we're
talking.
closer.
Okay, we're getting there. We did have that crazy moment that you very quickly alluded to. We haven't had a good Dillon Brooks moment in some time, and so here we get one with SGA, no less.
Little Canadian-friendly fire here.
I was gonna say before we post, just know they played this summer together.
Little Canadian-friendly fire here.
Canadians are friendly.
You know, a lot of times your teammates, security, and everybody else escalate these things more than just the 2 guys. Sometimes if you let 2 guys wrestle for a basketball and nobody steps in, I guarantee it'll be over in 4 seconds. Guarantee it.
And SGA knows his tactics more
laughing.
than anybody. This was friendly. This isn't a story. This
No, he's laughing about
They
it.
play in the Olympics together this summer. This is all fine.
Can't we just enjoy it though?
It's awesome.
It's like crazy smiles, like very,
I
very
love
quickly.
I love all of that. I love that. And by the way, that is what Dillon Brooks brings too.
I
That is part.
know.
That's his thing. Like and there's value there.
I'm a fan. I am a fan of the shenanigans. I think it's hilarious.